we acknowledge it or even are aware of it, I think those things definitely, because like anybody in that situation, for most, is like, I'm not gonna be like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you go through seasons of things, or you see things, or you hear things that slightly changes your mind about it. So even if it's with my mother, not to say my mother bashed him or anything like that, she didn't say anything, but just watching their relationship when he called, the few times he was out of jail, well, not the few times, when he was out of jail, the few times she traveled to London and Jamaica to see him when he was kind of moving back and forth, and trying to go through my mindset of why or what's going on and things like that. And then also me as a man going through my divorce and understanding women from a man's perspective of going through things, but also understanding my part in that, right? How things could be. So there was just questions I had that I could never ask him. So what the mind typically does, you just put together what makes sense to you.
Okay.
That you kind of have. So as far as ask the question again.
How does it manifest itself in the way that you raise those babies?
Right. So, it manifests in making it a point to be there, right? And I think for the last few years, what I've tried to watch out, because I do believe we all build, whether they're good or bad, but we all build altars around something that happened to us when we were young, and it drives us. Now, if you don't watch it, it can be driving you in a way that isn't really good for you, or it can be the falsehood of things. So, always asking that question for sometimes where compensate, is that me trying to really do something for the kids, or am I trying to satisfy something that I didn't get with my father, right? So am I being my genuine dad self, right? So because sometimes too, parents overcompensate in terms of, because of what you didn't have, you overdo it, but you actually really put in a stressful situation on the kids when they didn't need that much, because you're there, right? Sometimes you don't even realize you're there because you're so concerned about it wasn't there for you. So yeah, so I think I do a good job, and I think just my personality. I like to say I'm a very good dad. And like I said, with everything in life, you have your seasons, and you just the white dad, you know what I mean, or moments. But all together, when you put it all together, I think I'm very good. And more than anything, like they say, you got to let the people that you lead speak on behalf, because I may have one idea, but they may say something. I believe it'll align with things, but I tell the kids, oh, be honest, just don't get me locked up, right? But just be honest in there, and don't ever let anyone, whatever. So but no, I think it's a very good relationship. I just try to watch that piece that can make me overcompensate where there's no need to, where I can just be me.
What are you most proud of?
What am I most proud of? I'm not sure. I just love my kids, and I love when they're all together. I think that is exciting because one part is, like, I have 5 with my ex-wife, 1 with my ex-girlfriend. So the divorce came from the number 6 child in terms of having that child while I was married. So that set the tone for the divorce. So.
Okay. So let's talk about that. So you are married.
Yes.
And you start a new relationship.
Yes.
Were you on the outs with your wife?